zone. That all changes here. And we're going to go right here to the film room, and we're going to see Fred Warner here. And I want you to see his ability to look for work. Love drops. He's in his hook zone. He's going to drop properly. He's going to anticipate it. Love has to make a call. We're throwing a pick. Here we go. We're moving. Next, from there we said, all right, now that we've gotten look for work in the game, how do we give the users more tools to control how they want to play in zones? And now we're introducing smart zones. So now, both on an individual or team level, you can decide how aggressive that you want them to be. Do you want that Mike backer because the mesh concept is driving you crazy and you want to get up and take that away? Just put them in ultra aggressive. Is the quarterback killing you with that two ball or that deep over? Put him in ultra conservative and he'll prefer routes and prioritize routes behind him. Here, we're going into aggressive. They're running that slant concept, pick six. We're going back to the crib. We are giving you more options than you have ever had before. Come on, we got to clap that up. This is defense we're talking about here, fellas. We're talking defense. All right, but we know that football is not perfect, and there is a lot of, you call the perfect defensive play. You're clamping them up. You got them strapped and locked up like the kids say these days, and then all of a sudden the quarterback is going to evade the pocket. I mean, we got the legend Michael Vick sitting over there. Shout out to the legend. Clap it up for the legend. But the thing is similar to Madden 2004 summer, you guys are still trying to play it the same way. You get out and you're just scrambling everywhere. And so we had to introduce what is real, and real football is plaster logic. No longer are guys just standing around and just covering grass like their favorite City League flag football player. They are out here moving, attaching, locking, and ultimately clamping, and hopefully giving you a better chance not to give up those big plays. Shout out to Mike Vick, the greatest Madden player that we've ever had. And now here, we meet with hundreds of coaches, defensive coordinators all around the NFL and college football. And this thing here, we are now providing 25 new coverage checks. How do you want to play bunch? How do you want to play trips? How do you want to play stack? The options are endless. You can set them in the front end to then you be like your favorite coordinator. And now we get into our wide receiver press. I saw Ocho Cinco earlier in here, but I mean, no one did it better than him. One of my favorite routes, one of my favorite NFL films, he's like, I need you right here. That's everything I said to our dev team. It felt like every time we were going over this feature. Now, with our wide receiver defensive press improvements, receivers actually have logic around the route they are trying to run. If they're running a deep out, they're going to try to win on the outside. If they're running a deep in, they're trying to get to the inside. On the other side of that coin, corners, now leverage is going to mean more than it even last year and ever before, because we have boosted chances when they are in appropriate leverage. And then we go to jostle. Some of my favorite quarterbacks of all time, guys like Aeneas Williams, Darrelle Revis. These guys were clamp corners. And our game has always been hard to replicate them because they were not known as the fastest, even though they certainly could run. They were great with technique, really physical. And so how are we going to do that? That is with our brand new wide receiver DB jostle system. And now you as a user, you can attach on the move. You can get them at the stem of the route and really play with the timing of them. Or you can attach when the ball is in flight. And keep in mind, when you are attached, you are slowing the wide receiver down, thus putting yourself in the best position to make a play. And here we go, built from game day, baby. Every player is somebody's favorite player. I want you guys to take a look at Colin Simmons. You see him. He's one of the best defensive ends that there is out there. You see all of his physicals and the different tiers. Over the past couple of years, you guys have been very vocal that you preferred the tiered ability system. And we listen because this is your game. So with that, the tiered ability system is going to debut in Madden NFL 27. Clap that up because you asked for it. And being a lifelong Rams fan, and I haven't missed a single game in 30 years, I am going to formally welcome Myles Garrett to the Rams house. Myles Garrett, thank you, brother. Can't wait to have you. All right, those two guys dominated in the trenches. When you looked at
Oh my God.
the
Holy
game, it's in
shit,
the
the
game, baby.
stadium's
The tush
shaking.
push. It's made its way to
Oh,
Madden NFL 27. I probably
yo,
only
that's
Philly fans are
fucking
happy about that.
insane.
Now, come on, man. All right. Simheads, rejoice. What you've been asking for. Home field advantage is back, and it's back in the way that you asked. You're going to see a decimal meter that
Oh
represents
my
the
God, look at
crowd
the
volume.
timeline.
It was imperative that we made Kansas City or Arrowhead really feel like Arrowhead. And Arrowhead should feel different
I don't
in
really care about
November
that. I want
than it
like
does
the
in
green
January.
map
And that is
stuff.
exactly what's going to come when you play your game in here in a few. And nothing screams home field advantage like dynamic weather. I know you guys are excited about dynamic weather, but that situation that changed the game in the AFC Championship game where it was clear and then it was nothing but snow flurries in the second half, that can happen in your game as well. But keep in mind, as the weather gets worse, the gameplay only gets tougher, so good luck with that. All right, let's get into play your way. And nothing. On offense and then make 20 on defense. The catch, Nick, you like this. The catch is you can go and get busy. All right, then let's say
See the presentation. I want to see the presentation from Madden.
Fire or a potential counterbalance.
Here we go. Franchise. Oh my God, look at that. What? Wow. Franchise is most played over Ultimate Team? That's crazy.
All right, let's talk about the most played mode in Madden, franchise. So we're going to set the stage first. We're going to put you on the hot seat. Day one, running the Chicago Bears, just like our friend Vince here that you saw earlier. You've locked up your franchise quarterback. Now everything else is on you. Building your roster, that's easy. Managing people, that's hard. What decisions will you make? The first thing you immediately realize, when you make those decisions, you must be ready to handle the impact. This year in franchise, you're not managing a spreadsheet. You're managing people. Franchise is now built on the all-new Persona engine. This is the second year in a multi-year mission to fundamentally change how
Oh, whoa, a mentor?
franchise plays.
Beginning of the
It gives
game?
every player
Okay.
motivations, emotions, and behaviors that evolve dynamically over time. Just like real humans, these players think for themselves. Powered by Persona DNA, which are new traits that impact the culture of your team, from players' attitudes to contract negotiations to roster demands. And every reaction is based on your performance and the choices you make each week.
Which rookies will see?
So now you're gearing up for week one versus the Panthers. Kickoff is finally here.
Damn.
But don't get comfortable.
This is
NFL 365 does not wait for you. All the events coming from the Persona engine are delivered through the new weekly hub.
Whoa.
And emergent actions, where you can see your franchise reacting in real time. through an experience built to feel like modern sports media. Fast, reactive, and always moving. This is the front door to your franchise. Storylines, personnel, and breaking news are emerging based on the choices you and the other teams are making each week for both human and AI-controlled teams. There's no scripts here. No two leagues play out the same. So you start the year hot, and Caleb's playing at an MVP level. How quickly expectations can change. The question becomes, do you have what it takes to win a Super Bowl now? Do you stay patient and trust the roster you have? Or do you go all in? You hear an emergent rumor that there's a generational talent on the trade block, a player that can turn a contender into the favorite overnight. Rams fans, stop me if you've heard this one recently. You decide to go all in. You trade multiple first-round picks for all-world pass rusher Max Crosby. That one decision doesn't just change your roster. It changes the entire league. Your locker room reacts. Your former starting edge is probably unhappy. Your salary cap tightens for the future. And the league responds. You now have that target on your back. What moves will happen as a result? Your decision-making and people management go beyond making big trades. One of the most fun new mini-games within the Persona engine is our all-new interactive negotiation mechanic. To negotiate like a pro, you must know the player you're working with and balance his needs with what's best for the team. Players can push back, hold out, demand more, or totally buy in, based on their unique mixture of Persona DNA. Let's walk through one of these negotiations. I gotta go off script for this one, okay? So Joe Thuney, you're all pro left guard. Kurt, where you at? How important is a good left guard? Very important, yes. I also chose a left guard. I don't know if you guys can tell or not, but I used to be a lineman. So Thuney, great player, all pro. He's got a year or two left on his contract, and he's coming to the table. He wants to extend his contract one more year. Probably his last opportunity to get a payday. So this is the negotiation screen. This is where you're going to land. If you direct your eyes up to the top, you can see those are the deal breakers that match his Persona DNA. He's coming to you. He wants a little bit more contract value up front. So we're going to give him that first 5% increase on his bonus. Real-life coordinators tools that allow you ultimate agency in your decision making. And one additional detail. You can delegate any emergent action or negotiation to your staff at any time. But know that every decision you make will have consequences. And speaking of staff, we've also begun adding real-life coordinators into franchise. You'll see them come up on the sideline and the booth, along with more depth to our coach DNA systems. So your staff will play just as big a role in your success as your players, and add more longevity and authenticity to your league. Real-life coordinators only scratches the surface of how we're delivering for our community's wish list. I gotta take a deep breath for this next slide. In addition to the negotiation tools I've already mentioned, the Persona engine brings so much more. Holdouts, restricted free agents, free agent frenzy, franchise tags, transition tags, all of them. Undrafted free agent negotiations, super sim playbooks, plus coach mode, more segments and weekly recap and halftime show. And an all-new exclusive archetype for players who continue their career create a ripple effect of dynamic reactions, from building your roster, to managing your players, to hoisting the Lombardi Trophy. It's your league, except now the league plays back.
Now let's bring in the guy you've just built a
So this season, we're introducing a new EA Sports
Dang it,
MVP
7
Plus
days early
membership.
access.
This is a new membership program that gives our most dedicated players more value, more access, and more football for the same price as the MVP bundle. Now here are just a few highlights. Members will be the first to play earlier than ever before with 7 days early access. Members will receive guaranteed access to our beta programs. By the way, that starts tonight for college football after the show, moments away. And members will receive exclusive progression content in some of your favorite modes, like franchise, like Dynasty in Madden and college football. And members will also receive exclusive launch content and content throughout each month in Ultimate Team to help you build and progress and compete with
Here
your
we go.
fantasy
Here's
team.
gameplay.
All together, this is the most value we've ever offered at launch. And importantly, we're going to continue adding value to the MVP Plus membership over time, so our most loyal
Look at
fans feel rewarded and
animation.
recognized.
They got the guys moving on the screen. That's amazing. Alright, so we got Chicago and
So I thought they were all here to see me, but apparently.
It's pretty iconic, man.
Yeah, I get it.
See,
No,
look
I
at these
get it.
guys,
Look
these
at that
quarterbacks.
snow.
Iconic. Nice little lineup here in Fenway.
And Fenley.
That's
And
so
Fenley's there too.
amazing. Working hard.
We're going to get into some gameplay as we start off with the #1 and #2 Madden players in the world in Henry and John Beast. He's done okay in competitive Madden.
Yeah, just
Over
a
$1
little
million
bit.
won. I mean, not too bad. Joining us at the desk now.
OG.
We're bringing the OG out here.
OG,
Yo,
I just want to say thank
Was-
you, man. I just want to say thank you to you and the team for all the hard work you guys have put in from this past year to this year. I got to play like 5 or 6 games already, and I can feel it come to life from all the things we talked about last offseason.
Yep, and you helped play a part in that,
I
man.
appreciate
This
that.
guy is always one phone call away. I was going to reference the China calls. He could get into
Yeah,
that
yeah.
on his channel, man. There's no one that does it better, man. So, yeah, super excited, man. We're on a run right now, and I'm not gonna apologize for that.
balls out. Let me ask a question. Was it as fun doing this as it looked like up there? You exude excitement for this game.
Oh,
You
this
love this
presentation,
game.
Giants. Okay.
How exciting is it to get to show the people at home,
I don't know
not
who
just the
that
ones here,
is.
but the ones watching at home, all the things you guys have been hard at work on?
I mean, it's a lot of fun, man. It's
I mean, that kind of
the amount of detail. And I told you, man, I haven't missed a Rams game in 30 years.
You had to bring up Myles Garrett as a Browns fan. You had to bring that up.
I know. Welcome.
Thanks,
to the
man.
Rams,
Appreciate it.
baby. No, it's just so it's there. There's a level of attention to detail that you're always trying to get. I look at this guy here as an example. Like, I've always wanted to build something in our team, to build something that
Oh my
he could
God,
go
look
ahead
at
and
that.
play.
They got drones.
Somewhere just yelling at the.
Oh, that's right.
Wearing a Vic jersey, by the way, that's some shill move right there.
He's selling right now.
That's crazy. He's got Jameis Winston out there. By the way, why we got Jameis Winston out for the G-men? Where's Jackson Dart? Can we talk to Fendler about why they're subbing out their man?
my
It's
son.
Tyrone Tracy fighting towards the end zone down to the 1 yard line.
My son Junior somewhere just yelling at the screen. That guy is the biggest Jackson Dart fan that
Oh,
there's.
my.
We love Jackson Dart
We
around
love-
here.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I'm a big.
That's
I'm a
right.
big fan.
Yes.
Yeah, you think Cam Newton's playing as the Panthers? You think he
got
probably
to,
got the
right?
Panthers out there? Yeah,
got
okay.
to.
All right, keep pounding. Shout out my guy, One Gray User.
Hey, Cam can play. Have you seen Cam
Oh, yeah.
stream?
He's good.
He's
Think Cam Newton's playing as the Panthers? You think he
got
probably
to,
got the
right?
Panthers out there? Yeah.
got-
They just